All right, we are here once again with the women's ice hockey captains, left to right, Bridgette Prentiss, Strack and Delaney Guimont. Let's start by talking about that game on Tuesday night against Plymouth State, because that was definitely a thing that happened. For all of you, just to kind of open it up, has anybody even played in a game that resembles that at all?
No, I don't think we have. I think it's one of those situations that doesn't happen often. Last year we did pull the goalie more than a couple minutes early, but in those situations it didn't end up panning out. This time, you hope you don't get in a situation like that, being down 3 goals, but we pulled the goalie with, was it like 5.5 minutes left about, and it worked out. Everyone kicked into gear. We pulled out 3 goals, and then we scored in overtime, and it doesn't happen often. None of us, I think, have been in a situation like that, but maybe similar, but nothing quite like that.
Right, most times that happens, that just ends up going in as a 4-1 goals. So for Bridgette then, out there, 2 assists on each of the last 2 goals to tie it up. Take us through the emotion out there. When did things click from, hey, we're in a lot of trouble here, to, wait, we might have a chance to pull this off?
I think we realized we were in a lot of trouble when coach decided to pull the goalie that early, but the people that he had out there on the ice, I think we all kind of, worked together. We were smart with the puck. We waited for the opportunities to come, and I think we capitalized on what we needed.
Delaney, question for you is actually about the 4th Plymouth State goal, where Steph tries to go behind the net, it bounces off the door really weird, and ends up as a goal instead. As a defenseman, surely something like that has happened to you at some point in your career. What mentally happens to you as that happens?
Well, actually, it happened. I never had that happen. That was a freak accident. It bounced right off the boards. It came straight out. But I remember freshman year, I hugged the net to go to break the puck out for St. A's, and Shannon O'Neill was in net, and I cut up the net really tight to the post, and a St. A's player just came from so wide, it just barely even touched my stick, and the puck just went right in net on Shan. And you just kind of are dumbfounded for a second, but mentally it's very upsetting. You kind of blame it on yourself, but you can't really, you got to take it with a grain of salt and just move past it, because 9 out of 10 times, probably 10 out of 10 times again, that would never happen, but things happen in games.
And that's the follow-up question. To move forward from that, what do you do to keep yourself from being, almost gun-shy the next time you're in the same situation?
Yeah, you just have to, honestly, you just have to pretend that it didn't happen and sort of forget it, because you can't let it mentally deteriorate you, and you got to just keep sticking to your game, and you can't play shy or play scared.
Jess, kind of a mental strength question for you as well. Maybe not the best statistical game you've ever had on Tuesday night. So the team gets in a hole going into the 3rd period, still with a chance after 3 goals on 6 shots in the 2nd period. How do you mentally refocus in the 2nd intermission?
I think it just comes down to the fact that you can't break down. There's still another period, and the team needs you to reset. You can't just decide, oh, it wasn't the best period for me. Like you said, 3 goals on 6 shots. You can't just give up at that point, because then you're going to go out with the 3rd period. What are you going to do? Pull yourself, or just let them down even more? You have to just reset and know, okay, I can't control what happened, but I can control everything that happens from here on out, and just do your best to give it everything you have, regardless of what just happened.
Bridgette, for you, road trip this weekend to St. Michael's, 2 games, first overnight of the year. What's different getting out on the road for an overnight versus staying at home?
I think it's the recovery. After the game, it's like a quick turnaround. So we have a game at night, then we have a game in the afternoon. I think being smart with what we do after the game, recovery-wise, making sure we're cooling down and things like that, and getting ready for the next game, so we can go from there.
And for anybody who wants to answer it, I guess kind of still a recovery question, with a midweek game after a weekend series last weekend and before a weekend series this weekend, how does that change up your week compared to usually you're playing games a week?
I think it really shortens the week. Normally it's, you get a reset, you kind of have a set how Monday, Tuesday practices go, and then we do more systems on Thursday, Friday. With having this fast turnaround, it breaks up that week, so that rhythm changes, and it's really just everyone has to stay on their toes the whole time. You don't have time to be sore, or you don't have time to really get unfocused or something. You have to be right back into it and just push through the whole week and know that we get a day off
things up this week, kind of another personality question for you guys. What's a skill, a talent that you wish you had that you don't have that maybe you'd like to learn something?
I wish and hope one day that I learned sign language. I've always wanted to know how to do it, but never really gone through with it.
I want to do the same thing, but I'll give a different answer to change it up a little bit. I wish I spoke a second language fluently. I know I took 4 years of Latin in high school as it was supposed to be a bounce off into learning another language, and I never followed up with it. So one day I'd like to learn maybe Spanish or something.
I wish I learned how to play the piano when I was younger, so that I would still know how to play it now. But maybe I can still learn.
All right, there we go. She'll learn how to play the piano, and you guys will learn how to speak other languages / sign other languages. That's the women's hockey captains, Bridgette Prentiss, Strack and Delaney Guimont. We'll talk to them again next week.